Hey, what's up guys, hopefully you guys are doing great and welcome back to another episode of Monday Show. And in this episode of Monday Show, I have the review of this AirPods 2 copy after 3 months, because it's been 3 months I'm using this AirPods 2 copy. This is called Remax RW-2. So this is the thing, this is the AirPods copy clone you can say, and I have already did the review. Then if you want to watch that, you can watch that one, but this is the review after 3 months. So it's been 3 months I'm using this. I bought this thing back in September 27, 26, I'm not sure, but it's been 3 months, September, October, November, December. Yes, that means it's been 3 months, and I have all the opinions, like all the goods and the bad sections. I have already noted down all of them on my iPad, so that's the reason the iPad is in my hand. And here's the AirPods that is properly working fine after 3 months. Anyway, let's start with the bad, because in this AirPods there is just 2 things those are bad. That's the reason let's start with the bad, and after that we'll jump into the good, because that's your brother's style. That just suits me. I don't know why, but it suits me. Anyway, let's talk about the bad. So number one, it is not as reliable as the AirPods. The AirPods 2, the original one, has a lot of benefits. Like if you want to connect from one Apple devices to another Apple device, phone to your laptop, or your iPad to your laptop, then it is much more easier and much more convenient to connect that kind of devices with this, the original one, not this one. But that is much more easier than this one, because it takes a little time to connect with one device to another device, but with the original one it is much more easier. Alright, let's talk about the second and the last and the only last bad thing, that is about the response time. The response time is not the same as the AirPods 2, because in the AirPods 2 all the gestures, all the fluidity, like everything is much more smoother on the AirPods 2, but here it is a little jerkier but not bad. But this is not as good as the AirPods 2, because the gestures does not work properly all the time. Sometimes it just shooks up, sometimes it doesn't work, sometimes when you are swiping, when you are pausing, when you want the Siri to be open, it doesn't open. Sometimes it is not all time, but sometimes it does. This kind of weird situations, I don't know why. But that was the 2 bad things, and there is a lot of good things for this thing, because this thing only cost $30 US, and the original AirPods is much more expensive than this. So those 2 bad things, for me, it just justifies. Anyway, let's talk about the good things. Alright, let's start with the number one, that is the sound quality, because you are buying this kind of products because of the sound quality, and the sound quality over here is 99.99% same as the original AirPods 2, because I have used that personally, and this one has literally no compare. Like that's the same as this one. The sound quality has no problems, and the calling quality, the audio quality, audio recording quality, everything is pretty same as this one. I think I should wear this one because of the video, like it will look much more better. How good the audio or the microphone quality on this is, and I have to say that it is not super good, but it is like somewhat usable. The other person on the phone will get a little bit of wind noise and external noise, not as convenient as the usual daily uses earphone that we use with the wear, but it's alright. Now let's talk about the battery backup. You guys asked on the previous video also about the battery life. The battery life is 4 hours, and you can charge this thing with the case 3 times is you can do so you are going to get 12 hours of battery backup with this thing. So that is super amazing. The original one and this one has the same kind of battery life. I don't have any issues, because I've been using this for 3 months continuously with my iPad, with my iPhone, with my Mac, with my another iPhone, and no issues. Alright, this thing connects with your device pretty quickly, as you saw from a little bit back, that this thing connects very quickly with your device. It is going pretty well as far as the connectivity. Alright, let's go to the next one, that is it has some key features as the AirPods 2, because the AirPods 2 has some gestures, like this thing also has those gestures, but just a little bit back in the bad section I have already told you that this thing is not as convenient as the original one, because when you want this thing to pause the music, it is not super responsive, but it will take a 2 seconds more than the original AirPods. So that is a little issue over here. I just think this thing is a little waterproof. I'm not sure to what extent this thing is water resistant or waterproof, but this thing is a little water resistant, that is sure for me, because I just dropped my left ear. Yes, this AirPods inside of water, but it is still working pretty well. After the workout, I just went to the washroom. I was washing my face. Suddenly, I don't know what happened, my AirPods just fall inside of the water, and it is still working. So that is very, very good thing. It is somewhat a water resistant, and it is working well. And the last, not the least, most important thing in the good section, that is it is working perfectly. Alright, let me tell you one thing. Not the least, that thing is the AirPods 2 copy clone Remax RW-2 is working perfectly after 3 months. So it's been 3 months I have been using this thing, and it is working very well. So that is a very, very big news, because if this thing is working for 3 months without any issues, then I think I don't have a little bit of complaint for the price, because this thing is super cheap, and for that price, if I'm getting this kind of quality, then it is very good, because it is working very good after 3 months. Alright, I think those are the good and the bad sections, and now let's talk a little bit of should you buy this or should you not. So I have to say that yes, you can buy it. It is not as good as the AirPods, but if you are wishing to pay that much money, that is $150, maybe $59, if you are wishing to pay that much money, then yes, you should obviously get the AirPods original one, because that will give you much more better things. But over here, I think it is justified. The money, the price you are paying for this thing is very less, and you are getting the quality, like it is very near to AirPods. As you can see, there are only 2 bad things I found after using this for 3 months continuously with all my Apple devices, and it is working very well. So the cheap one is also very well. Anyway, so that was all for this one. Hopefully you guys got your answers of the questions. Anyway, just comment down if you have any questions, because I'm gonna make a video after 1 year. If I keep using this thing for 1 year, then I'm also gonna make another video that will be really great. Anyway, see you in another one. Till then, subscribe and goodbye.